What do you call a silverfish with no eyes? A silverfish. Hello everybody, welcome back to Stoneblock 3. If you all remember the last time I had created this energy condenser. I did something with it. I'm gonna take you all someplace and it's gonna be fun. Alrighty, so we're here. You can probably hear the pops in the back. If you can't, well, you'll understand why I'm saying pops in a second. In 3, 2, 1, BAM! All of these things are energy condensers. For those of you who didn't see the last video, what these things do is basically they can convert one item into another that I've set it to with the proper amount of EMC. Once I accumulate enough of this EMC, it will then create one of these things. And it's not always going to be the energy condenser, it can be anything I want. And I've set up quite a few things. I'm not even done. I have a buttload of things I want to create. And I also did nether stars. So this whole wither farm, you all remember this thing that I had set up where I just flick this lever, it summons a wither, and then once that thing is completed, it will die. And once that happens, we get ourselves a nether star. I've basically broken that whole system, and I now have basically an infinite amount of nether stars for blaze rods. I'm gonna open this up real quick. Ooh, a travel's anchor. Don't know what that does, don't really care. This thing is honestly a little bit ridiculous, but there is another thing in here that I have created called a crystal matrix ingot. These things are going to be very useful for things down the line, but for right now, that's not what we're going to focus on, but we will do something with it later in the video. The first thing that we're going to do today, I have created over here a little area, and as you can see by these roosts, it is finally time, 16 episodes into the series, I don't even remember when I created my first chickens, to automate the chicken production. I have myself over here a charged luggage, and in here we have all of the chickens that I am going to need. There should be a total of 40 of them. So I'm going to gradually set this thing up like really quickly. I'm not going to do all of it on screen. I'm going to show you all step by step because, you know, it'd just be me placing a bunch of pipes and chickens in places. So it'll get a bit boring.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, so we've gotten all of the chickens placed in their proper roosts. I haven't set up the pipes yet, but it should come out pretty well. I have a specific plan for how I'm going to be able to do this, but I think this looks pretty cool.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alrighty, I've set up all the pipes and I put all their pipe upgrades in as I was going along. I kind of had to because of the way that I did it. It's all kind of like this. So all these things will be pulling out all their individual stuff. And it doesn't actually pull out the chickens. I actually learned that from my little setup down there where I used all those blaze chickens. So that's actually very interesting. So now what I need to do is I need to put this storage controller right here, and then it should start to feed all of their stuff into it once it's hooked up to stuff. Now, what I'm hooking it up to are these compacting drawers. So the reason why I'm using these compacting drawers is very simple. Let me grab a nugget of some kind, a nickel nugget, sure. So I'll put these nickel nuggets into here. And what this does is it actually compacts them into these different things. So in one slot, we'll have the actual thing that you got. In another slot, you'll have a thing that you can compact it into, being the ingots. And then in the third slot, you'll have the third thing that it can be. So now all I have to do is set up all the compacting drawers that I need. And then I also have to configure all of them to this thing. And it should all be good.
Eventually.
And now for the grand reveal. Here it is. We have ourselves this giant thing, and it doesn't quite fit through, so getting things out of here is kind of gonna be a pain, but for the most part it's gonna work. So I also found a way to be able to mute all the chickens laying in eggs. It was just inside of this muffler thing, and I found entity chicken. It's really not that hard to find, so if you ever have a problem with that, if you're playing this mod pack, there you go, just look for that. By the way though, I've essentially now finally automated all of the chickens, which is kind of a little bit of a letdown since I did it so late and I'm already so close to Project E with all that stuff. So this is kind of going to become obsolete very soon. But you know what? At the very least, I did it. I really wanted to do this much sooner. But hey, you know, at least I did it. So now that we've finally completed that, there is two things I want to do. Firstly, I gotta say hi to Angel, because we haven't done that yet. Hello there, Angel. You're my precious. Okay, and then the next thing that I wanted to do was I actually found something that was beyond the end. Like, you know, there's this little end thing right here. Apparently, there was something beyond the end. I was not aware of this, but I ended up finding it. And I did a bit of research, and I found out what this is. So there's a few things that I am going to need to take with me. We need to take 16 of these warm silverfish shards and 16 of these cold silverfish shards. Then we're also going to need 16 eggs. Now, I don't know if I have any eggs on me, or if I need to go and look for a chicken that has eggs. Because, you know, of all the things that all my chickens are laying, none of them are eggs. Yeah, luckily for me, Phil's still alive, somehow. Through all the crap that this place has been, somehow Phil the chicken is still alive. Actually, should I really call him Phil, considering, you know, it lays eggs? Yeah, who am I kidding? This is Minecraft. There we go. We now have ourselves the 16 eggs of legend. And I'm going to put this one away somewhere. I'll get rid of this thing because I really don't know what this thing is, and quite frankly, I don't know if it'll ever be useful to me. So we'll just put that away for now. And then the last thing we're going to need is that ritual starter that I had gotten in the end. I think I either put it in my alchemical bag or I put it in my ME system. Yeah, I put them all in my ME system, so that's actually really good. So I believe I just need one of these. Let me look up the silverfish shards real quick. I right-click on it, and yes, I only need one. That is actually really, really good. Okay, so I have everything I need, so now all that's left for me to do is just head on down to that new mystery place. Let's head into the Beyond. That is what I am going to be calling this place. There's a butt ton of mobs here, and I need to get all the way to this point. That's exactly why I chose to go here instead of this point, was both because I was too low, and also because this seems to have a much quicker pathway over to it. So, without any further delay, let us venture forth into the Beyond. Oh, geez, okay. Everything is already starting to go horribly wrong. Okay. Stuff is happening. Stuff is happening really much. But we are here. This should be the place. Yep, right here, amidst of everything that is all over the place. Okay, so I got rid of everything in here. I actually had to go back to my base for a few reasons. One was to grab these mega torches, which will actually prevent mobs from spawning. So hopefully it should stop all those mobs from rapidly spawning, even though it's a well-lit place. The second reason was I had forgotten my smite and a buttload of coal, so I needed to grab all of those. So now we should be able to start the ritual. So the first thing we need to do is to place the eggs, I think. Shoot. Alright, let's try this again. Throw that in. Okay, good. Thank God. And then I can throw all that in. And yes, it is now in the center, which means it should now summon the boss. I don't know how long this is going to take, though. Luckily, this is an indestructible block, so it won't be able to... Oh, gosh. You all saw that, right? Oh, gosh! Yep, that's the boss. Since there's no Ender Dragon, we have the Mother Silverfish. And I am going to shred her the same way I did the Guardian of Gaia. Wait, why did it stop working? Oh, wait. Maybe they, like, put a cap on how much you can use this. Oh, okay, so I just gotta stop temporarily every once in a while. Okay, well, that's simple enough. Or I can just keep left-clicking her. That's also a possibility. You wanna die, Sylvie? You wanna die? Haha! Yeah, this is literally the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. These bosses have just become a joke thanks to this. Oh my gosh, yeah, it should die any minute now. Come on, die, you! Die! Oh, and there we go. It is now dead. Okay, and on the ground should be... Yep, here we go. We got some dark matter and another one of these epic shader garbages. I don't know what they do. But this here is what we are looking for. The silverfish heart. Now, what this thing does is it actually makes a few end game things. We are going to need more of them, though, so we are going to need to, you know, fight this thing again. However, there is actually a way to farm these hearts without actually killing it. So it's basically like an auto silverfish heart gainer. I don't remember how to do that, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a few more of these hearts before I'm able to do that. But for now, this should be okay. And one of the things that we are looking for, we're not going to be able to do it today, but we should be able to do it soon, is this transmutation table. This is kind of something that I've been alluding to throughout the series, where it's basically like the energy condenser, but a lot more overpowered. And because of how overpowered it is, I kind of understand why the people at Feed the Beast changed the recipe for it to be so over the top, but given how good it is when it comes to this kind of thing. So I kind of understand it. So sometime within maybe the next episode or the episode after that, we should be able to get this transmutation table. But that'll mean we'll have to fight like 3 more of these mother silverfishes, which means I'm going to need to go out and get some more of those silverfish shards, which I can only find in the dungeons. Oh yeah, and there was actually another thing that I've forgotten to show you all. I kind of mass duplicated the dark power flowers. So yeah, now I just have a giant column of them, and considering that I'll probably be changing these out for the higher tiers later on, this is going to be pretty fun. Now that we've done all of that, there actually was something else that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. The first thing that I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to break this down, and I believe it's like half of this that I also need to break down. I don't remember, but what I'm going to need to make is a formation like this, and then we put the matter like that, or maybe it was some other way. Oh, okay, no, I actually needed the dark matter to be in the form of blocks. Okay, so that makes it simpler. But here we go. Right here, we have dark matter pedestals. This is actually going to be good for something else that I'm about to make, which is called the Watch of Flowing Time. And the way that I'm going to make that is I need to use a clock, and I'm actually going to need to use this whole thing right here once again. So I'd put a clock in there, and then I just keep repeatedly pressing it with a dark matter block, a glowstone block, and an obsidian block. Luckily, I have both the glowstone and the obsidian all right here, and I already have all the dark matter blocks I need. And I actually need to do this 6 times repeatedly, interchangeably between the 3. This thing is pretty expensive, and there's a good reason why. So let me grab all of this stuff. Alrighty, here we go. I should have everything now. So the first thing we need to do is to put the... Oh... Okay, so it actually turned out that I needed a dark matter pick to be able to break the dark matter, which is kind of a problem because this thing needed the mother silverfish heart to be able to work. So, yeah, nope, I'm down that thing, which sucks. But at the very least, I should be able to make this work now.
2 very boring minutes later.
Alrighty, here we go. I finally have it. The Watch of Flowing Time. Now, this thing is pretty awesome. So here's what I'm going to put it into reference for. When you put in a normal thing of iron, it smelts for a certain amount. And I can also put this temporal pouch in, which will start to speed it up a bit, you know. But that costs a certain amount of time that I'm already been using. However, with putting this dark matter pedestal on here, and then putting the Watch of Flowing Time on there, I can throw iron in, and oh, wait, it's still sped up. Okay, it's finally done speeding up, so I put this in, and it goes back to its normal state. But then I turn on the dark matter pedestal, and it's already done faster than the temporal pouch can even do anything. Another thing that I can do with this, you all see like all these little dark power flowers, right? And when it comes to the Mark II one, it gains me 306 EMC a second, which isn't bad, but it could be way better. And a way I can make it way better is by putting this dark matter pedestal here and then turning it on. And look at that number up there. Infinitely better. And just remember, this is only the Mark II. Just imagine what I can do with the Mark 15. This is gonna be insane, and I'm gonna leave this thing here to generate me more EMC, Actually, I could probably make another one of those energy condensers for that. But I'll probably do that at another date. So there is 2 more things that I wanted to do before I start ending this off. So you all remember earlier how I showed you this crystal matrix, right? Well, with this crystal matrix, I can make a few things. The thing I need to make is an extreme crafting table. With this extreme crafting table, it gets like huge stuff. And to make that, I need a double compressed crafting table, which means I need a compressed crafting table, which means I need more crafting tables.
You get the idea.
Alrighty, so I should have everything. And oh, wait a minute, I had forgotten to compress these into a double compressed. There we go. And now I put that in the center, and then I surround all of this with these crystal matrices. And then once it all combines together, it should give me the extreme crafting table. So yeah, it's all starting to collect, and now it shall compress and crush down into the center. It looks like I'm making a Pokeball at this point, like this. Yes, go, smash it down. I want to catch me my Pokemons. Okay, yeah, no, now it all spreads out and then goes down really itty bitty. And then, here we go. The extreme crafting table is here, and it is awesome. When I open this up, it's gonna look very different from the crafting grids you all know. Like, you'll see this, right? It's a 3x3. Well, now it's even bigger. I don't know how big this is, but it's very massive. It's called Extreme Crafting Table for a reason. So now, the last thing that I wanted to do was make this thing called a neutron collector, just because of how slow this thing is normally. So I wanted to get started early. Well, it's not really that early, but at the very least I wanted to get it done. So I actually need quite a bit of all this stuff.
A lot of boring math later.
I'm going to need 20 iron blocks, 10 quartz blocks, 7 crystal matrices, and 20 redstone. Oh no, how am I ever going to get that much of any of those things? Oh, wait a minute. I think I have the means right here. Alrighty, so I should have everything. I want to see if this thing actually does let me use how, you know, when you click on this thing and it puts it all in. I want to see if that'll work. So let's see. If I put this in and... oh, I'm missing something. Okay, no, apparently it was 21 for some reason. But okay, that is now full. And I now have the neutron collector. And wouldn't you know it, this thing actually has EMC, which means I can mass produce these things. And I'm definitely going to need to do that. So let me put this thing down real quick and show you all what this thing's going to do. So as this progress meter fills up, it's going to slowly be collecting something from the cosmos, from all the winds of the universe to bring this here. So if I put this thing right here and then attach the watch and then turn it on, and yeah, now it's infinitely faster, which it's going to be even better once I have a full room of these. So once this thing fills up, it's going to give me something special. So here it is, the pile of neutrons. Now I can take this out whenever I wish, and there we go. It gives me a thing. Well, that's just freaking rude. But anyway, what I do with this is once I get 9 of these, I'll be able to make these nuggets. Once I get 9 of those, I'll be able to make these ingots. These ingots are going to be important for a lot of other extreme craftings. This is starting to get very ridiculous, and I absolutely love it. So let me stop this thing for now, and then I'm gonna put all of this back into its proper placing, and then I'm actually going to, you know, put this when I need it for its whole room, and by next video, you're all gonna see something special. So the last things we need to do is check off everything in this advancement book. Oh gosh, I have a buttload of stuff that I'm going to need to put in things. And a giant chance cube? Oh, that's gonna be fun, isn't it? Well, since I have this giant chance cube, it'd be a shame not to use it. So let's go and open up the giant chance cube. Yes, I am a madman today because the giant chance cube is infinitely worse than a normal chance cube. So this could be either really good or really bad. The chicken may end up dying today. Let's see what happens. Eh? What's gonna happen? What? What the? Oh gosh, it's still building. It's still building. What is it doing? Wait, what is happening right now? I may have messed up. I may have made a horrible mistake. This could be the end of our old little chance cube opening room. You know, there's all sorts of like rooms and stuff in here. What on earth is this? Why is this? When does it end? So it's actually deleting all the stuff. So this is definitely gonna be the end of all of this. Okay, well, I'm gonna try getting out of here before this happens. This is definitely going to encompass the whole place. I'm very afraid for what's going to happen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my last stoneblock video, and we'll see what happened to all this next time. Bye-bye.